Give me a countdown when it's about 5 seconds before.
A new, exciting open source blockchain platform has been born. Its core mission is to develop easier and more affordable tools for everyone to be able to create tokens and NFTs. For the first time, we're introducing the innovative Tokel platform, a fully decentralized, community-driven project with contributors globally. It offers many new powerful features for artists, content creators, and event organizers and token owners. Tokel is building the future of tokenization together with the help of Komodo technologies. Creators and users have the freedom to create, to hold, buy, sell, and trade tokens with ease. Developers have the freedom to build on top of the platform's layer. Tokel has features such as simplified token creation tools, token decks, and NFT marketplace. The NFT creation process has an extremely low barrier to entry. Businesses and individuals can now benefit from the token economy by using tokens in everyday life. A built-in decentralized exchange enables peer-to-peer trading. Tokel.io, the future of tokenization to NFT and beyond.
Hello and welcome, everyone. My name is Giuliano. You are joining us before this new phase, the phase 2 of the Tokel IDO. I'm here on the stage in the Discord, Tokel Discord, with Cax and DreamTim and Draith from Pirate Chain and BPSAA. Welcome all of you who are joining us live. Thanks for being here, whether you're watching on the live stream or you're joining us within the Discord. I'm just going to go around the table here, so to speak, with Cax, DreamTim, and Draith. Cax, thank you for putting on this stream for all of us to enjoy. And DreamTim for organizing it, and for Draith for being here. So firstly, DreamTim, hello, how are you doing today?
I'm doing well, very well. Thank you very much. I'm very excited to be here, and I'm looking forward to the next phase of the IDO for Tokel.
First thing I'd like to just follow up with that is what kind of experience was it for you seeing that IDO and from your perspective?
You mean phase 1?
Sorry, yes, phase 1 is my point. Yes.
Yeah, so phase 1 price discovery was shocking. I mean, the orders were just flying out. I mean, there were so many people sitting there not being able to get orders in. It was an incredible 30 minutes where 500,000, so 500,000 Tokel was sold in almost under 30 minutes. And it was a stunning experience. And it was cool to see it happen on Atomic Dex for the first time. That was very interesting, but I think it went smooth. It's just that, a few people got to miss out, but that's usually, how ICOs and IDOs go.
Yes, indeed. And, it was probably a first time and unique experience for many people. For anybody that was participating, that might have felt like it was a bit of a frenzy. And so, we're now on to phase 2. And this is going to be a different kind of phase to this IDO, less frenzied. There's a specific number, 19.5 million, and they're being released at a specific price level, and so it'll be interesting to see how many get traded and bought up. So we're all excited to find out, and many of us are here looking to participate. So I hope it goes well for everybody. And I'm just going to say hi to Draith here. He's been waiting since we started now. So Draith, how's it going today?
Busy, man, but I'm glad to be here.
Well, we're surely glad to have you here. It's always nice to hear your voice and to have you around, that you can share your perspective on what's happening. So yeah, thanks you very much. And of course, Cox, thank you. Draith, did you get a chance to see the phase one at all? Were you there? I did see you around, but anyway, yeah, what was it like for you?
Well, unfortunately, I was busy with meetings and tons of stuff all day, but I made sure to get the play-by-play from Cax and Tim. So, from what I understand, it was pretty crazy.
Amazing. And you do say you are very busy. So we thank you for all the hard work you're doing. And, recently, I might be going off script here, but I know there was a lot of work that the Pirate Chain team was doing, connecting with exchanges and just trying to make sure that the community got what they deserve and all of that kind of thing. So just definitely wanted to give a shout out for that. And yeah, so what are your thoughts about the IDO phase 2? Are you looking to participate? Are you just looking to watch? What's it like for you, Draith? What's your thoughts about this?
Yeah, so I definitely cleared a little bit of my schedule so that I could participate with with this meeting, but also B, so that I can actually participate in the phase 2. So I'm really excited to see how it works or how it goes.
Good stuff. Yeah, we're glad that you're here, and just as everybody might be able to tell, we're having a bit of an informal discussion, and we're going to talk about a few different subjects. We're going to just keep it pretty free flowing and dynamic. So I'm just going to send it off to Dream Tim over here. And Dream Tim, is there anything, firstly, that any of us should know about the atomic DEX and the IDO? Why is it special that this is happening in this way? And what are your thoughts about that?
I think that the special part is that, as I understand it, this was the first IDO ever conducted on atomic DEX. And obviously, every time such an event occurs, something goes wrong, something's not right, there's somewhere some problem. And I was surprised because it all went very smoothly. I mean, I have to say, I did stress. I put in about 25 orders like crazy, thinking I didn't get any of them. And then finally, about, I think, half an hour to an hour later, they all started coming through. Well, not all of them. Some of them were successful. So I got some Tokel there. But otherwise, I think, everything went smoothly, and, it proved that Atomic DEX is a very reliable platform to do something like this. And I think it can withstand a lot more sort of pressure as well in terms of, transactions. So that was, something very positive to see, everything working there. And that's why it was a satisfying experience for Tokel, and I think the Komodo platform team, in that it all went very well.
Excellent. And now we're talking about Tokel. That's the IDO, and Tokel platform is a token smart chain built on Komodo technology with the custom consensus, custom conditions, smart contract usability. And I know that the Pirate Chain community is very energetic when it comes to artistry, memes, and just it's just like a party over there. So I'm just wondering if there's any plans for an NFT type of contest or just any pirate NFTs or anything around that. Like, I'm just curious, maybe Draith, if you have any ideas or answers about this, just curious if how Pirate Chain might start figuring into the Tokel use case.
Yeah, we're actually holding a or a NFT contest as we speak. So I believe it's wrapping up on the 10th, basically about a week and a half from now. And yeah, so we're doing that, and then we're also looking at ways to do it as well with Tokel.
I see. So you're doing an NFT contest already that'll be on a different platform. Is that what you mean? And then you're going to do one with Tokel. Is that the case? I'm just trying to make sure I understood.
Yeah.
Excellent. Well, that'll be cool to see. Also, then you'll have people will have an idea of the difference between the first platform that you use, that NFT experience, and then using Tokel for NFT creations. So that's pretty exciting. You'll get to see that contrast. So I imagine that the NFT submissions, it's going well for you so far?
Yeah, I mean, as you said, the pirate community is huge when it comes to art. So when we announced this, I mean, people just dove right in. So it's for me, it's exciting to see like the level of engagement and just the level of passion from user base, just creating all these ideas for NFTs and everything.
Yeah, I've been seeing a lot of Pirate Chain memes around. There's so many of them, and they're so good. Shout outs to everybody who's put one of those together because, I played around with a few Pirate Chain memes maybe a year ago or so, but these ones are just phenomenal. I'm loving it. They're so good. And definitely shout outs to that Pirate Chain community for for all the fun you like to have and your great artistry. Much appreciated. And I love seeing it. So keep it coming.
I'm in the same boat as you, man. I try with the memes, but it's just these people are just too good.
Excellent. Dream Tim, what do you think about the Pirate Chain contest, and just maybe the potential for Tokel satisfying the needs of NFT creators in general?
Well, I think that it's great because, as you said, the pirate community has a lot of creativity, and there's a lot of people that make really cool stuff. So it makes total sense for Pirate Chain to be doing that NFT competition, and also it is very good to know that it's also considering to do an exclusive NFT series on Tokel, and that's something that I think can be used as a use case as well for further other projects coming in and doing similar things with NFTs. Obviously, there's no NFT marketplace yet, but the ability to create the NFTs and to put them on chain is there. So yeah, I think this is going to be an exciting partnership.
Great, and the NFT marketplace will be on its way. Shout outs to Daria and the rest of the crew putting together the all-in-one application. And yeah, actually, you just gave me an idea that like one use case could just be fundraising. You make some NFTs and you sell them, and people will buy them, and that somehow they raise some funds that way. Maybe anyway, it's just besides the point. But maybe not. Maybe it fits very well with Tokel amongst all the other capabilities that are going to be possible thanks to Tokel platform, right?
I think that's part of it. I think that's part of the reason that Pirate Chain is doing this is because part of the proceeds from from the sales of the NFTs are going to go back to Pirate Chain development. So that fundraising is definitely a key reason why a lot of projects would use Tokel NFTs to do that kind of thing.
Excellent. And I wonder maybe in the future, some sort of pirate chain meetup or whatever, there might even be some use case for the tokenization, whether it be venue tickets or whatever it might be, right? I think that that would be interesting just to get chances to experiment and use the technology, wouldn't you say?
Well, I mean, I think the potential is there for tokenization. I mean, I discovered this when I joined Tokel, basically, that the potential is there to tokenize something like an event ticket. I mean, I know quite a lot of people who have been to, a variety of concerts and, events that they really cherish, keeping that ticket. But that ticket is, in paper format usually, and if you don't, maintain it properly, then it's gone. So for me, the idea that the ticket can be also an NFT where you can, forever keep it in digital format and have a proof that you've been to that event, and that has one, a resale value, because we know that tickets have resale value. They're being sold on eBay, but two, they can generate secondary revenue in the form of royalties to businesses or projects who issue those tokens. So that's a very strong use case of tokenization for me for Tokel.
Okay, good. And we're using the language of token and NFT. Does anybody want to jump in and explain just the simple difference between, let's call it a token versus an NFT or non-fungible token?
I think Draith will be better than me talking about that.
I mean, I don't know if I can properly explain it.
Well, no, I'm not asking for the technicality, like the technical on-chain technicality of what makes it different, but more so, I mean, I think I could take a shot at it. And Cax, if ever you want to chime in here, please just unmute yourself and join in on the conversation. But yeah, Drake, did you want to take this or I'll try it out?
I'll add on to yours. It's fine.
Okay. I guess both so for me, what my understanding is that a token is created, at least with Tokel, it's created when the coin, TKL, not necessarily one whole one, it can be the fraction of the coin, is transformed, or in other words, colored into what becomes an irreversible process that makes it into a token. Now, the difference between the NFT and just the regular token, let's call it, which might be otherwise called fixed supply token. For example, like Dream Team said, with a concert, you might have, or some other venue, you might have, 100 tickets to sell. Therefore, you would have a fixed supply of 100 tokens. So the NFT usually is a one of one. So there's only one version of that token that can't be. It's completely distinguishable and can't be. How do you say? What's the word? Sometimes you look for a word, but it can't be substituted. That's what I would like to say. Can't be substituted, meaning it's non-fungible. Fungible is that it can be substituted. Basically, is practically the same thing. But with an NFT, there's only one of them, and therefore it's the only one, and it's not fungible. Hopefully that was a decent enough answer, and I think the next point of our conversation, maybe we're going to go into atomic DEX again. And, we've got some pirate chain voices here. And some people are really, really looking forward to atomic DEX swaps, the atomic swaps with R. What are your guys' thoughts on this? I think this is probably a little bit more close to home for you, Draith. Maybe you want to share with us some thoughts about that idea, and maybe anything else you can share with us.
Sure. Yeah. So the whole idea of atomic DEX, R being on the atomic DEX, was kind of like a dream that we thought would never happen. You know what I mean? Because we all thought it was impossible based off of the consensus of like JL and all the other crew. And then all of a sudden one day it became possible. So it was, like I said, it's like a dream, and it's a dream come true as well, because as you probably know, we've had a lot of issues with exchanges in general, with wallets, or just like just being a crap exchange, and defrauding users, or just not even caring about maintaining the wallet. So having something like the Atomic Dex, where literally it's just you trade between users, you don't have to worry about an exchange holding your funds, and it's trustless, so having something like that is invaluable to really any project to be able to do. So having Pirate on there after years of hoping that it could eventually be added one day, it's like a dream come true.
Wow, I'm really happy for you. And thank you for sharing that with us, because I didn't. I mean, I know you're right. I think we all shared the same dream, and um, it just feels good that it's able to be coming true. And it's interesting that you said, it was presumed to be likely not possible, and then all of a sudden something flipped, and hey, we might have a solution. And I just want to shout out to everybody who worked on that problem. Probably many of you are not even, we don't even know who you are. We don't know who's been working on this unless we're really close in on the details. And we don't know who's been working on this, but there are people, great minds that have been working on this, great talents that have been working on this for plenty of time. I imagine JL777 has been thinking about that for a very long time, at least since Pirate Chain's inception, if not before that. And yeah, I just really want to share the gratitude and the praise to everybody who has worked on that feat, this phenomenon, which is now has been created for us. So definitely shout outs to everybody who's involved with that. You deserve, hip hip hoorays, at least 5 or 10 of them for now. And then once this gets onto the Atomic Dex for real, I mean, you probably deserve a bit of a parade, but that's another story. Dream Tim, do you have any thoughts about this that you'd like to share?
I think it's a very exciting thing. It's been a long time coming, and when it's there, it's going to give an extra ability for us to trade our without the fear of a centralized exchange losing control of their wallet, or regulatory issues, or any other problems like that. So it's definitely something that gives you a little bit of confidence to say that I can keep trading my coins whatever happens, because this is a completely decentralized platform. And when it comes to, I can also see a fork happening, and some kind of like pirate dedicated platform jumping up, and it's all very exciting stuff.
Yeah, actually, that was going to be my next question. Curious if you're already thinking about similar to a Doge Dex or a SmartFi Dex, or even the Tokel application as an example of it. Are you thinking of branding a pirate chain Dex or a pirate Dex? And if you're not able to share that yet, that's fine too. I just thought that I would ask in case. But it sounds like that's what you're saying already.
The idea is there. It's just the process moving forward with that. So
cool. And I think really the main thing, yes, it is probably nice to eventually get a pirate branded Dex, just for the recognition and the the branding and the name top of mind. But I think also just having it on Atomic Dex, I think it becomes like everything else, and then R becomes such a gem on there in the way that you were basically describing, Drake. And so yeah, this is definitely an exciting time, and everybody else who's excited about that, I'm glad that we get to share the excitement together. So the next thing that I think we will come to, and then we can always come back to Atomic Dex as well, considering the role that it's playing in the IDO and in just the advancements that are happening in and around Komodo platform and the other communities. Have you maybe Dreamtim? You can speak to this, but is there anything about project specific NFTs? We mentioned about Pirate Chain. Have you seen anybody reaching out yet to Tokel? Are you able to talk about any of that yet? Is there anything you can share us around that?
No, I think we're going to see really a lot more of that when the all-in-one application is ready. But for the moment, there's definitely interest from artists to use the Tokel interface, and I definitely know that we have been helping a couple to sort of get acquainted with what Tokel has to offer. So yeah, the discussions have started, but I think that the core or the bulk, if you want, of the people are going to do this when the all-in-one application is ready, and there we can realize the the vision of the project, which is to give people the ability to create NFTs, and tokens very easily, and I think that's the game changer for the industry when that happens.
Interesting. And do you, so how, like in this way, how might these project specific NFTs or tokenizations, how can that be used by a community in a way where it's not just about like owning the NFT, but is there a way that you think about that there could be some sort of community interaction? Are there any other ideas like that floating around?
I think the one huge use case of Tokel is to work with businesses who do a variety of things who would benefit from this. I'll give you a very simple example. A car which has right now a special identification number can turn this very easily into an NFT. So essentially, ultimately one day, and that's the case anyway, but with an NFT even more so, you get that authentication on chain of that specific car, which carries a tag that contains the NFT. So this means that you have a stronger proof that that car is yours, or that you've used that car, or for that matter that somebody famous used that car before you. So that gives more power in the resale market, and that's another, I think, fantastic use case for Tokel to get through to the automotive industry like that.
Interesting. Okay, very nice. And we are about, I'd say 30 minutes in advance of the IDO phase 2. I'm E. Giuliano, and we have Dreamtim here, and we have special guest Draith. We also have some other members or people in the audience that I would like to call upon. You don't have to jump up on stage, but if you want to, Daria, we would love to hear your perspective on your experience the other day, being that you are such an integral part of the Tokel community. And also, even CHMEX, if you want to jump up on here, we would love it to hear from you. I don't know if you're able to do that. That's fine too. CHMEX or CHMEX, as I sometimes say it in my mind, is a huge maintainer of Komodo. I don't want to get too far into it, but it does so much work around Komodo platform, and sure he's got his hands in Tokel as well. And if not, well, I'm sorry, I didn't mean to misrepresent you. Also, Ray Monster, if you, after we got Daria raising her hand, but I don't see her getting up on to the stage.
Oh no,
but,
because I invited. Okay.
As Daria, are you there?
That is Helia. I invited her on. She wanted to ask a question. Sorry.
Oh, sorry. Hi, Helia. Helia, did you have a question? If you unmute yourself, we might hear you.
Yes, I have a question.
Please go ahead. Unmute yourself again. Okay, whatever. Maybe just playing games. I don't know. I'm sorry. Oh, there you are. Hello? Yeah, you're just trolling us. Okay, love the trolls.
How are you?
Daria, yeah. Do you have a question about Tokel or Atomic Dex or anything else? Yeah, I didn't think so. You got to be careful. That's why I wasn't pulling up random people. Some people like to just be trolls, right? So they come around here and they put up their hand and they come on the stage. At least she was a respectful troll. Okay.
Sorry about that.
Yeah, it happens. Actually, it's some entertainment for us, right? Hopefully everybody gets a chuckle. Hi, Daria.
Hi, I'm not 100% sure about my mic right now. Can you guys hear me well?
We hear you loud and clear. Anybody else having a problem to hear Daria? Okay, so Daria, talk to us a bit. What was your experience like? And what was your experience like?
If we're talking phase one, I think it was pretty exciting. It's super early for me. It's 3:30 a.m. right now. So I woke up for the phase one to kind of watch it passively, and then I got pretty excited, started chatting to everyone. Then opened up my laptop, watched the orders disappear. Yeah, I think that's pretty cool. I guess looking forward to what's gonna happen, in 30 minutes when the phase two starts, because this is all very new experimental things. Like this idea hasn't happened before, and yeah, I'm enjoying myself.
It sounds like it, and I can just sense your passion. Just the fact that you're making yourself available during these times that are not so convenient for you, and so we really appreciate that. And also, I'm curious what it feels like for you now that you realize. I don't know how long you've realized that you're basically involved at one of the forefronts of technology advancements in for the whole world. How does that feel for you being a part of this?
Oh, it's really fun. I remember when Nutella came up with the idea. That was a bit over half a year ago. And he was like, I have this idea, la la. And I was like, oh, all right, well, maybe we can think about that. And then we kind of start working on it. And then, you understand what it's about, but then sometimes you don't kind of it doesn't click immediately how big it can be or something. And the more we work on it, the more the more I kind of realize how, big and how exciting this is. Well, in the beginning, it was kind of more like, I don't know, of a task or a goal, which has to be implemented. But now working with Komodo team, which is very cool, and working with all the Bitcoin tech, Komodo tech based on Bitcoin. Yeah, it's all really exciting, and I'm learning loads, and I'm creating loads too. So I quite like it.
Good for you. Well done. And the other thing I'd like to know, I know you're so busy working on these applications and just doing your thing. Have you had a chance to? I think you have, as from what I see. But you're around the community. You see the community starting to grow. You see the talk. What type of talk is happening around? For example, in the Tokel talk channels. What is your sense so far about the community, the growing community, and what do you notice so far?
People are pretty interested. There's new people joining all the time, asking more questions. I think not everyone really understands what is this whole thing about. I think we need to work on providing more, I don't know, tutorials and very simple explanations. Maybe work more on how we communicate our information to people as well. Yeah, community is very nice. We're quite small community so far, so we're not big like Pirate. I joined the Pirate Discord a while ago, and there's constantly things popping up, and you're constantly tagged in things, and there's some bots and stuff, and there's just so much going on that I had to like mute a bunch of things, so I don't like to get disturbed by it. So yes.
Yeah, it's good. There's definitely a lively crowd, and I'm glad that you made your way over there to check it out.
Yeah, there's a lot happening there. I was looking at NFT contest as well, and I was like, oh, maybe I could draw something for them, but no time,
That's fun.
unfortunately.
Yeah, you can do an NFT of the Tokel all-in-one application or something like that. You can take the screenshot and throw that in there. But anyway, design the first design or something like that. Anyway, that's fun. So you're more than welcome to stay up here on the stage. We might have some more questions during this time. And if Dream Tim or Draith, if you have any curiosities for Daria, you can definitely ask. And I also would like to invite Remonster up on the stage. If you want to join us, you've been doing some work around art for Komodo platform. And I'm just curious about your perspective going forward. I know you must be pretty excited about Tokel platform. So if you are interested or available to come up here and have a bit of a word about that, I think we would probably appreciate it. I see Lutz got the hand up there, so I'm going to invite him up here. I think that should do it.
Yo.
Hello, Lutz. Welcome.
Hey, what's up? How you doing?
Hey, glad to have you. How was you? Did you? I saw you in the Discord during the IDO, the phase 1 IDO. Did you get a chance to see it on Atomic Dex? Did you try to participate? What was that like for you?
It was wet, but by the time I actually got it, like got to where I got it to refresh and see it, it was already done.
Well,
Like,
maybe.
oh man, like, maybe next time.
Yeah, maybe. Can you hear me? My mic is
Yep.
showing as muted. Oh, anyway, okay. Good. Well, I heard that maybe it's best at a certain point. Natalika was basically suggesting, it might be best to wait until this phase 2, which might be less of a frenzy and less of like a really huge spike in the price, because there were only 500,000, I believe, and and now there will be 19.5 million, unless I'm mistaken there. I believe that's the case. So 19.5 million, and so I think it'll be a little bit easier for you if you're trying to get in on some this round. But anyway, yeah, good to have you here. Yeah, go on.
I actually had a question for Daria. So what's the difference between Tokel's solution for NFTs and other solutions out there for NFTs? All the other projects like what's on Ethereum and what's on all those other odd platforms.
Damn, I knew some kind of question like that is going to come my way.
Yeah, I'm a ball buster.
I mean, talking of Ethereum, obviously, everyone knows there's a gas fee problem and stuff. So we definitely solve that. But I think one of the main things we kind of want to do is, NFTs are great, and obviously we support that stuff. But we just want to be, as Dream Team was saying earlier, we want to provide solutions to businesses and to like developers and stuff. So we want to make, we're using this amazing Komodo technology. We want to make all that stuff very available to everyone.
How do you see a business using this?
Well, if I can take this, if you think about this with Ethereum, or with Binance Smart Chain, if you want to launch a token, you need a smart contract. If you're not like a developer, then you need to find a developer to write that smart contract for you. And there kicks the first huge problem. You need to trust that developer. Because if that developer writes something in the code that it's not very good for you or the token, then that is a huge problem. So you have one problem there. The second problem you have is that essentially with like a situation like a smart contract, you then need to find a company that looks at that smart contract and verifies that it is okay for you to use, which is something that is called an audit. And as I understand it, Tokel removes all of that away. So one, you do not need a developer to hold your hand to create a smart contract because there is no smart contract. There are only blockchain commands. And two, basically, when
so it's easy to use.
you
It's
can
easy
then
to use.
you don't need to audit it because the Tokel chain is going to be audited at some point. Therefore, all the tokens underneath it are going to be audited as well.
Gotcha. So it's easy to use, and you can feel comfortable using it because it's more secure naturally than you having to go and trust other people's smart contract coding.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
And I bet the fees are going to be way cheaper too, but that's just a guess.
Oh yeah, super cheap fees, obviously.
Yeah, if you go to OpenSea to create an NFT, I think you need, sometimes depending on what the gas fees are, you need sometimes in excess of $100. Now, if you're somebody in a country where that is a huge amount of money, that is very restrictive for you. I think what Tokel does there is it enables everybody in places like that to create NFTs way cheaper, and
Yes.
then trade them immediately.
I
My
also want
original
to chime in
question.
there.
Oh, I'm
Sorry,
sorry,
Lutz.
Juliana. I'm used to being a host, bro.
Oh,
I
no
don't mean to
worries, no
steal
worries.
thunder.
Co-host Lutz, I love it. Go for it. I did want to
I,
chime in though and let you know something though, that there's also the NSPV technology, which makes it like super light, or not super light, super light, just super light. Super light meaning very fast and not how do you say, not demanding on the computing power or resources in that way. And I think that allows for other applications to use this technology because it can just be moved around so quickly and change state very quickly without needing to use all of the chain. It's even like not even SPV, it's NSPV. So I think that makes also a big difference.
you know what? I have it on a mining machine, and it's not using any much memory or CPU, so it's pretty awesome.
Interesting. I'm glad you're here then, because we haven't heard the miner perspective about Tokel. So did you want to share anything about that? Or maybe Daria had a question for you. I'm not sure.
I honestly haven't tried the other wallet. I went straight to that one. So, and it works great, and it's really light on resources. So I'm good with it. I don't have that much coin to have a full node yet, but eventually I'll mess with the full node.
Okay, I see. Okay, cool. Just on a side note, Ramonster was putting his hand up, trying to get up here. I tried to get him up here, so maybe Dream Tim, if you invite him, I don't know if it'll work. Maybe it'll work this time. It just keeps not working for me, trying to pull him up here. Maybe because there's only, oh, there he is. Oh, great. Oh, now he's gone. And it's gone.
I actually had
I've
enough.
invited. Sorry, maybe that was me. There you go.
My original question was how does and how do you envision a business using an NFT? Even though the answers were good in other ways, it makes it cheaper for them, it makes it easier to use, and it makes it more secure to use. You feel more comfortable, warranty, right? So, how do you envision them using the actual NFT in their business? That's what I meant.
Well, maybe.
So
Oh, sorry. Go on, Darren.
no, go Daria, please.
Oh, I was just about to say that maybe not so NFT. I don't know. Is your question specifically NFT or token? Because
And NFT specifically, like how would they use these non-fungible assets in a business? Like, do they correlate it to products? Do they correlate it to services somehow so that it can make their life easier? Like, I'm looking for
Well,
utility.
a simple way. I'll give you an example of a simple way a big company like those Fortune 500 or those FTSE 100 companies can do with NFTs. So these companies, they produce a lot of promotional material, a lot of marketing material, and quite often those companies, they change their logos. They produce videos which are iconic. They go into socials and they become viral. All of this could be turned into NFTs. So actually, the companies that spend so much money on their marketing, they can actually start earning back from their marketing from people who want to collect NFT memorabilia of their branding. And I'm talking about powerful brands such as Coca-Cola and all of those type of brands.
I
Have you
also
tried
have
re-
another idea here, Lutz. I have another idea. Sorry to cut you off there, but the other idea is that I've heard is that you could create the NFT, let's say whatever NFT you want, maybe it's art, right? And you can create a business maybe, or somebody will have a business, some maybe art house will have a business because Tokel platform is a platform which makes it easy for people to build on top of it, their marketplaces and all that. You can have an art house or whatever type of business like that that has their own marketplace and all that. One thing they can do is literally just sell the NFTs. You know, they're like an art dealer in that way. The other thing that, and they can commission specific artists and whatever, who knows. The other thing is, you know, now we're getting much more into the idea of fractional ownership of NFTs and stuff like that. And if I'm not mistaken, and maybe Dario or Dream Team can explain this, and then we're going to get to Ray Monster because we only have a few minutes before we need to start getting ready for the IDO phase 2. But what they can do is then use the Tokel chain to create fixed supply tokens to then tokenize the NFT itself and sell the fixed supply tokens into the market as partial ownership of the NFT. And that could be for any type of asset, but let's say just keeping it with art for now. Does that make sense, Lutz?
Yes, definitely. I was looking for an example question, an example like that. So just for education purposes.
Beautiful. Good questions, man. I'm glad that you jumped on here and said hi and shared your experience so far. And I just would like to, before we kind of start wrapping it up, I thank Ray Monster also for joining us. He's been doing a lot of artwork, Komodo platform related. And I just want to hear from you. What are your thoughts so far? Did you participate in the phase 1 of the IDO? And what was your experience like?
Yeah, hey. So for those who don't know me, I'm doing some official art for Komodo for several months